Welcome to the HiFi Critics. Baseball legend Gary Pressy. You know who he is, bro?
Slowly but surely figured out who Gary Pressy is.
All right. Cal Ripken, move over. Chicago Cubs organist Gary Pressy just passed Cal's consecutive games played streak at 2,633. This is a record that will never be broken again, unless it's your iPhone, Spotify, iPhone hipster playing at the ballpark.
DJ.
Baseball's last great Iron Man is with America's favorite Chicago baseball club.
Sure about that?
I'm positive. With this achievement, does Gary Pressy, the organist at Wrigley Field, guarantee induction into Baseball Hall of Fame on the first ballot? Nancy Faust.
I was going to go right to my Nancy Faust.
You can still.
We got to go right to the balance. If Gary Pressy's in for the Cubs, then Nancy Faust has to be in for the Sox. But I'm actually just.
Is that because of equality? Is that why you would put Nancy Faust in just as a
I
token?
just like to please both sides.
As a token?
It's a very competitive city when it comes to sports
again,
and Cubs and
back
Sox.
to the aura of that chair. My colleague over here did not do research that she's already a member in the Hall of Fame, Nancy Faust, for contributions to the game.
Point for.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just FYI.
Wow.
Just FYI.
I mean, that's it. All right, we're done.
Yeah. Just FYI.
I would actually say, generally speaking,
Yeah.
because I am sanctimonious about baseball.
And that was a hot take. You should have used this, pal.
It's too
Yeah,
far. I didn't
that was
think
a hot
about
take.
it.
You just
Don't worry.
raise your hand.
I got one more here.
With the White
Okay.
Sox logo on it.
I know.
Yeah, it's a
That's
good
a real
one.
one.
It's a good White
From the
Sox
White.
logo.
It's from the old Kaminsky.
Yeah.
I don't actually believe, I know, contribution to the game. I know that we have announcers and we have colormen and then we've got players and coaches. I'm actually pretty
GMs.
sanctimonious about baseball. I don't really care about the organist, nor do I think that they belong in the Baseball
Wow.
Hall of Fame in
Here we
That's a
go.
hot take. I like it.
upstate New York. Like, I think it's a silly thing that it's even being considered.
So when you're out there in your Cubs mini season plan, you're 10 games.
My Cubs mini, yes.
10
yes.
games a year.
Wearing his U.S. soccer
Yeah.
jersey from
Yeah.
1992.
Yeah. Was that the year that we hosted it?
No, 94.
Oh.
It's Christian Pulisic.
Do you just rather they play an iPod up there? Like, just up, here we go, a little iPod, or do you just want silence?
Spotify.
I was actually thinking we just go straight EDM, right? Let's just go to the Skrillex or
Skrillex.
Steve Aoki, or let's just go full millennial, like right to the serve the 18-year-old crowd.
So just everybody gets a phone when they walk in. You don't watch the game. You just sit there with your phone.
Oh, you guys are describing going to
You
a Cubs game
Snapchat.
perfectly.
You Snapchat
on a
your
nice
friends.
warm summer's day.
Right, so interested in Nancy Faust. She's already in the Hall of Fame as
Sure.
contributed to the game, and she did this for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
Yeah, this dude's been doing this since 1987.
It's a long time too.
Now-
Iron Man. He's an Iron Man.
You know, in a previous segment, that I don't know how familiar you are with Cubs players. I'm not sure which team you root for, but maybe the Chicago Fire or the Steel Yard Rails.
What are you trying to say?
The Steel Rail Cats.
Railcats. There you go.
But
Gary Railcats.
I don't know how many
Windy
statues.
City Thunderbolts are my team.
You know, there's some already statues outside of Wrigley, right? You got
There's some statues outside of
Harry
Wrigley.
Carey,
Yes.
Ernie.
There's a Jack Brickhouse even out
Santo.
there.
yeah, Santa.
Yeah.
I've said that Gary should get Pressey should be the next statue we put out there.
Right.
This cemented his spot out there. He make room, everybody. Get out of that Captain Morgan club, everybody.
It's gone.
Let's put it out there. That's where his statue goes, right
The
there.
DraftKings club is gone.
Yeah, the draft. That's where they should put it. Right there with an interactive piano, so the kids can come.
Oh, yeah.
So the kids can come and play.
I'm not sure the kids know what an organist is these days, my friend.
No, you know what? They got parents that can teach them, and they can keep the
Do they?
traditions of the game going.
Traditions.
What are the traditions
Unlike
of the
any
game
other.
at Wrigley Field? I'm concerned. Is it stacking beer cups in the bleachers?
That's
is it
one of
turning
them.
your back, or is it leaving early
another
to go to
one.
bars
You
across
know,
the street?
That's the third one.
You know, when I,
At least they have
I'm trying to
bars
figure
across
this
the street
out.
you can
Like
go
you.
to.
Ah, yes.
Like,
That's very
you know,
important.
And instead of going outside and getting in a fist fight over somebody stepping to you, bro.
right, he one of those
You know what? You're right.
cats.
It's an entertainment district.
Wrigley's
you
not
can be
a fr-
entertained.
Wrigley Field is not a French flop house, pal.
You know, for a while, you know,
Oh,
since
they're
we
going to
have,
have to Google French flop
we've had
houses.
too much progress in Wrigley, right?
We're
We have
waiting to
like-
work that one in.
We have like a big star. We have a hotel. We
Yes,
have a bowling
Hotel
alley.
Zachary, Gallagher Way, Bowling Alley
Exactly.
Movie Theater. Yes, yes.
For a
yes.
while, I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna keep doing this, let's get rid of the organ. Let's go to a Zune, Microsoft Zune. Let's plug that in. iPod Shuffle. Let's just.
If you have one of those, you should donate it.
There
Somebody
might be one here.
I think
got
so.
one at home. And somebody just hit play when they want music and just hit play, right? And the 7th inning stretch, they're already playing videos of Harry Carey. Let's play.
Only until recently. Remember,
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah.
even have a video
Yeah,
board
exactly.
until like
We've had so
2014.
much progress that the Wrigley Field has kind of gone to like 1997, 98. So let's put Harry Carey on the screen.
Yes. Okay.
Or the #1 Cubs fan, Eddie Vedder, leading the 7th inning stretch chant.
I see.
Let's just forget about all this.
How does Gary Pressy fit into this view, this model of your
This was
experience?
before.
Oh.
Then I came to my senses, and I'm like, I love the sweet sounds of that. As I sit there waiting for the game to
Sweet
start,
sounds of the organist.
and I reflect on my life before the game starts. The first pitch. And I'm watching the kids get the ball from the player. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. And Hayward throws it out there to the bleachers. It's America. That's a national
So
treasure.
you appreciate the organist?
That's
Do
a
you
treasure,
want the
treasure.
organist as what our friend over here called the first ballot Hall of Fame?
Sure.
First ballot Hall of Fame. That's typically reserved for like the 500 home run club. Anyone with 3,000 hits, 3,000
plenty of room.
strikeouts, 300 wins as a pitcher. But you want to put the organist on the first ballot Hall
Are
of
you
Fame.
going to boot Nancy?
Nancy wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No,
She got a
Contributions
to the game.
And she got in on the first
Silly.
time she qualified
If
for
she
the
wasn't in
Did
the
Cal
Hall of Fame,
Ripken
I'd
get
lose
in?
no sleep at night.
Did Cal Ripken get in on
As
the
a
first
Hall
ballot?
of Fame? Yeah, absolutely.
Then why shouldn't Gary Pressy? He played more games in a row.
Played more games.
The dude
He
drives-
did.
Great
The
argument.
dude drives from
He
the
showed up for
suburbs.
work every day. He should win that like attendance award.
Yeah.
When you're a
A
kid.
lot of
Yeah,
awards.
an
He might be
award.
MVP of the league this
I
year.
hated those kids.
Right. He's
Hated those kids that always
he's
showed up.
the new inequity.
Why
in
do you think the
baseball
Cubs
is
won
organists.
the World Series in 2016? Why?
I just thought it was a speech, one speech that Jason Hayward gave in the 10th inning. By the way.
World may never know.
First, Gary drives from the suburbs. That alone, for 30 some odd years straight to
He
Wrigley,
might not after the taxes on our gasoline
might
have
not
been
be
increased,
sustainable.
but
That might not be sustainable. So we'll find out if he has an electric car. I'll tweet at him. See if he has an electric
Does he-
car.
did
you
he
know what, you
respond
might
to
get
it?
to meet him.
He tweets all the time.
Yeah.
I follow him on Twitter, and he's a fascinating guy to follow.
So how does it
I
feel?
want everyone to know that he follows Gary on Twitter.
How does it,
Why not?
yeah, why wouldn't he? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
That's what the question was, and I think that basically we have consensus here amongst the people who actually know and did research.
Northside baseball.
Yeah.
You guys love your
So how do you
research.
like sloppy seconds? Steve Stone is on the White Sox broadcast and has been for a while since he got dumped by the Cubs.
Wonder if I should ask you guys the same thing about Harry Carey. I believe he was a White Sox broadcaster
He was
for
also
about
at
a
the same
decade.
He was with
Yeah.
he was sloppy seconds when he went to the White Sox,
seconds.
sloppy thirds when he went to the Cubs.
I see.
Got him from St. Louis. So how do you like Steve Stone? Are you a big Stone pony?
I actually, you guys are gonna flip. I'm okay with Stone. I like Benetti.
Wow.
If we're talking announcers.
I'm not surprised
We're
you
going
like
announcers.
Benetti.
How do you feel about Hawk Harrelson?
I want to know how you feel about Hawk.
No,
Harrelson.
I
asked you
I got
first.
my own opinion.
We
about
asked you
Hawk
first.
Harrelson. I got my own.
Is Hawk Harrelson a Hall of Famer, not just as a player, but as a broadcaster?
I know broadcasters
First
get
ballot.
into the
A
Hall
A
of
player,
Fame.
too.
Yeah.
He was a terrible player.
And general manager.
He was also a general manager for like
He
I
goes in
believe,
for 3 times.
18 months.
He was still a general manager. Have you ever been a general manager of the White
Fired
Sox?
Tony La Russa
Have you been a
and
general
fired.
manager of the White Sox?
Yeah, in my dreams.
Okay, so Hawk
Also played a
Harrelson
game
has.
once where you got to be
MLB
general
95.
manager.
Yeah. So
So we're pivoting. We're going
No,
Hawk
we're talking
Harrelson.
about Hawk Harrelson.
Hawk Harrelson.
Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, man.
Again?
Based on tenure, he might, but he's, in my opinion, as somebody who grew up watching the Sox, he was just terrible. He still was.
And by growing up, you mean
God
like
send when
like,
he retired last year.
I was going to say, growing up
And
last
28.
season, he was still calling like half the games.
like half
out
the
there.
games, and he just complains and he.
He's terrible. Hawk
He
Harrelson.
moans and he.
We talk
uses
about he's got
terrible
great
language.
one-liners.
No,
Carmines
Snappy
and
one-liners
Wimpy
that
and
any
Somebody-
10-year-old can appreciate.
Carl.
An intern gave him in Cleveland.
Let me tell you.
86.
Let me tell you about Hawk Harrelson was great when you're.
Down by 12
10
runs.
10 to 15 years old, you love the Hawkisms, right? And the Hawkaroo and all these little like kind of meme-ish
Hawkaroo.
things that you get
I didn't
outside
know
of,
that's a thing.
of watching Hawk Harrelson. And then you get a little bit older, and it just gets a little stale. And then you become an adult, which you guys would probably question if I actually am an adult.
I was going to
but-
ask.
Yeah, definitely.
So you actually still like Hawk? Is that what you're saying?
No, you actually like go like, wow, I can't believe. Okay, when I was 13, I liked this, but I also like the Power Rangers, or like when I was 13, I think they're really stupid now.
Ninja Turtles.
Your ideas evolve.
Your ideas evolve, and Hawk Harrelson hasn't.
Yeah, I
Right?
think
So
Hawk
as far as I'm
Harrelson was-
concerned, good riddance.
I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah,
He's
me too.
definitely on my splash list. He definitely made it on my splash list after the last. What do you call this thing? The Crosstown Cup. This garbage.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
the one
he-
that had no sponsor.
Yeah, I
until,
can't set foot, and you couldn't pay me $10,000
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah,
to
he
say,
was
"Get
kind of
out.
clinging to these
Get
just
out.
old
You don't matter.
nuisances that don't.
Get out of here. You don't
How much
matter.
the clubhouse at Wrigley is terrible. The press, like, just dude, go away.
Go home.
Go home.
Doesn't
Get
he live
someone
in-
else to talk about more important things.
Doesn't he live in Indiana or something?
I believe he lives in South Bend, and the reason he
South
quit or he
Bend.
retired or he scaled back was because he was only working road games because he said it was too taxing on him to drive every day from South Bend to Chicago. South
Yeah.
Bend.
So he would
Dumbass.
hop on a plane, spend 3 days in Cleveland.
3 hour
3
drive.
days.
Yeah.
In a hotel
Right,
in
he could do
Cleveland.
that. He could do that.
In a hotel in Cleveland. He could have done a
Yeah.
hotel in Chicago, and I'm
Yeah.
sure the Sox would have paid for
Yeah.
it too.
I say good riddance to Hawk Harrelson, and I say good riddance to the proliferation of organists in Major League
So
Baseball.
Wow.
you're also against Laurie Moreland, which is the current person at
The White
cell,
Sox,
whatever the hell you call it.
guaranteed, right? The White
Yeah.
Sox are using it.
The prison.
White Sox Stadium.
Can be. I thought the White Sox are only using an organist, or at least they were for a portion of time, only on weekend games. I believe until like Nancy retired or
Could
whatever.
be.
And I don't think anybody skipped a beat or shed a tear in those weekday games, aside from the score and if they lost money on it. But shed a tear for the fact that they didn't have the organist playing and maybe something else was piping in.
Maybe
over
that
the
says
lousy-
something for the
Yeah.
true experience of the North and South Side, right? The true baseball fan.
And the true baseball fan on the north side,
It's
they
one's the full
Cares about the
experience.
ambiance.
Yeah, the wonderful experience.
the
Yeah.
true ambiance.
Yeah.
True ambiance.
Yes.
But hey, maybe
Do the
Laurie.
Seagulls count as part of the ambiance? Is the question.
Please, of course. Of course. And Ronnie Woo.
He's gotta count.
Ronnie Woo.
He's part of the ambiance. First ballot Hall of Famer. How
Uh,
many Cubs games
but
has he been to?
have we had a woo-woo
Super
segment?
fan?
We've.
Have you done-
We've got a Ronnie Woo.
If you haven't,
Maybe
please.
next
We're
time.
having-
whatever
right
we're doing
now.
next, get rid of it. Let's go right to woo.
Ronnie Woo. He's a ballot.
You love what woo-woo.
Yeah, I've
you-
run into
you-
that guy a lot.
You rode a bus to Champaign with
No.
Ronnie Woo Woo.
Worse than that. Worse than that.
The-
I rode a limo with Ronnie Woo to Champaign.
Ronnie Woo Woo, shout out. In a limo.
Tell us how that worked.
What was it, 03, 04? When they were playing in Champaign, or like a few years, the Bears?
The Bears.
So, oh, and the
02.
Bears. Oh,
Yeah, so the
02.
Bears.
U of I, yeah.
Like, it was like 2 seasons, right? So when I first moved here, I had a friend that had season tickets. And again, key phrase here is, I just moved here. And I didn't realize they were playing in Champaign.
Mm.
So he's like, hey, we're going to pick you up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I'm like, well, the game's like
The
at
game's
noon.
at noon, right? And you
I'm
think
like,
it's right
oh.
down the road.
No, I'm like, well, this is a
Yeah.
hell of a tailgate. We don't have an RV. How's this going to happen? So they picked me up in this limo. And as we're driving, my friend had an extra ticket because of that hour. My friend, I'm not going to say his name, but the first name is Adam. I won't say his last name.
Just say his name.
Protect his identity out of it.
Driver.
Yeah, but he was hungover, couldn't go. There's an extra ticket. We're driving down North Avenue near that Pancake House. I don't know what it was the Boston Market. They're on Wells Street.
Boy, you've aged
Okay,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
North
Real
of
quick.
North of Wells, yeah.
Real quick.
We were right there. And what
But
see?
who'd you see? In the jersey? Was he in the
Wearing a Cubs
jersey?
uniform.
course.
Yeah.
Ronnie Woo, my hungover friend. Let's take
Get
Ronnie
on.
Woo.
That's awesome.
I hated every ride. The 2 hours
That's
down
awesome.
to Champaign, the 2 hours back, the time at the game. This dude.
Did you get any pictures?
Tell us some
I'll
of the
find-
conversation. How did it go in the car on the way down there?
Did you talk about Nancy Faust?
No, I don't even know. I have like printed pictures somewhere. I'll find them. and
Oh,
post it.
gee, that's
That's a great-
classic.
That's a great story.
This was a terrible day. And I think they were playing the Saints, the Bears that day.
And they probably got killed.
The A train couldn't make it. The A train.
Bears won 2 games that year.
It was A train bubblehead day.
All right, I hate to break up this party, but let's go to the closing question. If you were playing the organ at Wrigley Field, and I know, we all know you want to play the organ
I
at
want
Wrigley
to play
Field,
the organ.
what walk-up song would you pick for each of your fellow panelists? Choose for yourself also, if so, inspired.
So inspired.
So start with us. What walk-up song would you choose for
I
us?
feel like you guys peaked.
Each of us.
I feel like each of you peaked in the 80s appropriately, right? You're
know,
just
yeah.
kind of trying to cling and live vicariously.
90s, 90s.
Right, kind of doing this technology thing. Yeah, I'm gonna pick a couple good songs from the '80s. Yeah, for Charlie, we'll say Journey. Yeah, maybe Thunderstruck for Craig over here. I feel like that was, you know, in high school you thought like that was what your souls were all about. Maybe those 2 songs really
Wow.
spoke to you
AC/DC
in the late
and Journey.
'80s
All
there.
right.
So
Okay.
I'll go those 2 for you, and of course for myself, being younger, better looking, more knowledgeable, more in tune with data. The only thing appropriate that I can think of is Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z.
That's, you're pretty close.
I'm just going to leave it there.
So I did, I kind of outsource or workshop this thing out there. Originally, I was going to go with, for Nacho over here, I was going to go with Old Dirty Bastard, Baby, I Got Your Money. That almost was my answer. Almost. The real answer is, and this will be apparent when I give you all the artists in this song, Swagger Like Us. By MIA, Jay-Z, T.I., Kanye, Lil Wayne, and MIA. So you got like
collaboration.
What about ABC and Flo Rida?
Yeah, Hip Hop Nation there.
That's like the Rainbow Coalition
So I
of
think
Hip Hop Nation.
Yeah. You got a little. I can see
Since
you.
we just had the Pride Parade,
I can see
congratulations.
you, hitting a homer. If you hit a homer and holding onto the bat, like
Like I've never done it before.
Yeah, holding the bat, taking the bat for a little walk. Over here, it's gonna have to be the Eagles, because
Why?
he hates the Eagles. So
You're trying to get under his skin?
It get a little extra motivation and take it on the ball. I would say the song is "Take It Easy."
Okay.
And for myself, I'm gonna go with the theme song for Game of Thrones. So it could be a disappointment to everybody else.
Because why?
I'll be a disappointment, just like the final
Oh,
season
just like the
of Game
final
of Thrones.
Okay, I got you.
All right, good ones. So I would pick for, I'm going to start with Nacho Cheese over here. And knowing that you're a big super fan for the Cubs, I'm going to pick All the Way by Eddie Vedder.
Ooh, there you go.
Had to throw that in there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great
Love
song.
seeing him on TV during the playoffs only, apparently.
He was just there a few weeks ago taking batting practice.
He's there all the time. Guy has no life.
He's the cornerstone.
Yeah. And for the Cuban, I mean, he's kind of a rebel, somebody that loves guns and butter and religion
Guns
and
butter.
and very, outdoorsy stuff. So it's Cowboy by Kid Rock.
Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow, we just went South Florida all the way up to
Yeah.
the boondocks
Detroit.
of Michigan,
It's
right?
Detroit.
Like, yeah.
I think that's Ronnie Woo's walk-up song too, by the way. So
I
you're
could
welcome.
see that. I could see that.
I would pick for myself. I would pick the theme song to Flavor Flav's TV show Flavor of Love. Just
like
because
the
it's a great
VH1
visual. Yeah.
Bridget Nielsen right by his side as he. Yeah.
What a trash bag. I love it. What is your walk-up song for your next at bat? Let us know in the comments section below. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one.
Let's get some.
Get some songs. Bye-bye.